Hey there, my name's Ted Thatcher, president here at Bright Lake Wealth Management. I wanted to come to you today with our market update for the month of January. A whole lot is happening right now. President Trump has now been inaugurated and taken office, and we've seen a tremendous amount of executive action taken within his first few days in office. This is starting to make a couple waves in the marketplace, but like I said last month in December, what's driving a lot of the performance in the markets today is really those economic vital signs that we always look at. Ultimately, profit margins that the public companies are publishing, along with GDP, inflation, and those types of data points. Now, as we get further into this new administration, we're really going to be keeping our eye on what's happening with fiscal policy, of course, what Jerome Powell continues to do with interest rates, and ultimately we'll see how much they end up lowering rates this year, and of course, what the ultimate waves end up being when it comes to the new economic policy the new administration is releasing. I will say this, we do have our eye very closely on what's going to be happening with tax policy. President Trump talked a lot during his campaign about potentially extending the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. His best bet really to do that is going to be certainly within the first 18 months, 2 years or so of the presidency, but really what we expect to see is a lot of movement on that across the next 6 months, and I have no doubt about it, I expect that to make some impact on the financial markets. So for the time being, we're expecting a little bit more of the same, kind of the doldrums that we've been seeing in the marketplace. Bumps up I would expect coming from, again, good economic vital signs, and volatility in the lower direction, coming from any poor releases we get, until we get some bigger economic releases we expect to come in the next couple months. So how does this actually relate to retirement? I think ultimately when we look at what's happening in the markets and we aren't seeing huge moves, it probably means that it's a good time to check in and, as always, ask ourselves the question, do I have the right risk profile with my investments? Because, we don't want to make huge changes, in a very, very volatile market. That can be dangerous depending on the circumstance. So it's always a good check-in point. But I think as well, sometimes the best thing to do with investments is to just stay the course. And so ultimately, if you are in retirement right now and things have been stable, I think that it's very likely the case that staying the course is the right place to be. Now, if you have concerns about what's happening with your money, it's always important to ask questions about that and look under the hood to make sure that staying the course is, of course, the right thing to do. So if you have questions about that or would like, to get a second opinion or, discuss, the more finer details, please feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to help answer your questions. And as always, here at Bright Lake, we like to say, we believe everybody should have the opportunity to have hope in a bright future and not have to worry about all that stuff constantly. As always, make sure you like and follow us online so you can always be up to date with what's going on in the financial markets. See you next time.